Hi guys, Gail Sylvester here. We're just going to start and continue actually on our series in regards to a marital breakdown, and we're going through a separation and what you need to know. And here are the various steps. Today, we're going to talk about the property. So, once we actually have made the decision to separate, ultimately we're going to decide, is somebody going to stay in the home or are we going to sell the home? And what is that going to look like? And sometimes we really don't know what that will look like and who can afford to stay or what you can afford to move. So, what we generally recommend is starting with property value because that will kind of give you an idea. So, let's say for talking's sake, the house today is going to be worth, say, 900,000. And if you have a mortgage amount of, say, 300,000, we know that there's $600,000 worth of equity that to share between the two of you because it's matrimonial equity. So if we split that down the middle, each of you is going to get 300,000. So let's say you sell the property, you each come out with 300,000 less some fees. We're going to talk about legal fees and such as well. But at least this way you know what your down payment's going to be on the next property. If you decide to stay in the home, you can actually take the 300,000 that you're going to pay out to your ex-partner and you can actually add that into the mortgage. So now what's going to happen is you're going to get a new mortgage for 600,000 because we're going to take the existing debt plus the buyout amount to your partner. So now you're going to qualify for a new mortgage amount of 600,000. And at least that way, what we'd like to do is figure out, can you afford it? Kind of, can you afford it on paper? But you'll also, can you afford it in terms of cash flow? Because now we're going from two incomes to one. And that is something that you need to be aware of, really. So that way, because we don't want to make you house poor, and I'm very big on that. So figuring out what that's going to look like. So have that conversation with me. Find out, does it make sense to stay or does it make sense to move? Kind of like, let's find out. But honestly, it's all about finding out what the property value is going to be worth. That is going to help being a deciding factor. So it's like, well, how do I find out what the property value is worth? There's a few different ways you can do it. You can meet with your trusted real estate professional, kind of thing. You can bring in your realtor, and they can give you a market analysis as to what that's going to look like if you were to sell the property. If you decide you're not going to sell the property, you can actually get an appraiser in. You'll pay them the allotted money. They're going to draft up an appraisal report for you, and that way it's totally unbiased. So what it's doing, not that the realtor's not, and I don't mean it that way, but what we're going to say is that it is a detailed report that we can share with the lender as well if we need to. We can make arrangements for that. At least this way, each of you knows exactly that we what the property value is worth, and we've gone to an independent source that nobody knows, and we've paid money for the report. So they can draft that up for you, and it does definitely help you to fine tune the property value. And then once we have that, we can make the decision as to which way we're going to go. So that is the step one to a series of a few steps. Next, we're going to talk about the separation agreement and what that's going to look like. And then we're going to talk about income and what that's going to look like in terms of support. So we're going to talk about a few different things over the next few weeks. And if you have any questions because yourself is in this position of not knowing what to do, or if you have any friends or family that are in the same position and they don't know where to begin, I am more than happy to have a conversation and let's see what we can figure out to move forward because we're here for more than just mortgages. We're here for moral support too. Okay, we'll help guide you, we'll help you in, we'll introduce you to the parties that you need to be introduced to help make this a smooth process because it's not always an easy one. Okay, any questions, reach out. Let's talk to you soon. Bye-bye.